guess I'll keep walking. Alright, here's the intro then. Hey, how's it going, guys? Joseph Sorrow. I am at a dog park right now, letting the Mocha dog run free. Guess I can wait for people to come in before making any major conversation. I found a chair. Seems to not have any dog piss. Yes, this park happens to be right behind a wash. So, well, I got one viewer. Hello, whoever you are. It is Friday, though. I can't expect too many people to come in and watch the stream on Friday. Especially, I don't really plan to talk too much about drama. Oh, damn. Did you guys see that? And that was not my dog. Okay, I got 3 or 4 people. Well, whoever you are, good afternoon. How are you all doing today? Okay. Oh, we got 5 now. Cool. Oop. Don't be a brat. You were looking for it earlier. Who's that? Hey, Evan. Hey, Evan, do you have my email address? I'd like to talk to you in email about doing a collab, man. We got almost the same amount of subs, you and I. I think we could work together and, do a little collab. What do you think? I know, but this is a real demigod show. I think it was like a fucking pound Speedy Gonzalez and shit. You don't email, huh? Okay then. Well, the only other 2 ways really to get a hold of me is through gab.ai, and minds.com. I do have social media accounts there. I do. Hello. Stop it. Stop it. Sorry, my So Evan, what happened? Did Luis ever reschedule with you or anything? Okay, there's probably gonna be a delay. Until the 18th. But yeah, no, Evan, I don't know if you heard me, but shit, I already forgot what I was going to say. Anyways, I guess if you guys remember the last show, Noah, I think 2 miles, 100 miles to the PCT this year. Oh, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Okay, so I think in the last video on the stream where we left off was just, it was like another 2 or 3 minutes more of him talking, and then I did hear the police chat, the police talking to him and everything afterwards. And then I also have some more stuff that my source and another source now have. Hey, I don't mind you being around my feet, just don't pee on me. Someone else is talking. Have sent me something interesting on the picture that he has on his Google Plus. They showed me something where they say that it's photoshopped, and they showed me because they showed me the Google logos as they changed throughout the years. Joyce, would you be opposed to live chatting with Louise and I sometimes so we can work through this and everyone can be happy? Yeah, I would be opposed to it because there's really nothing to talk about, Hey, how's it going, Mary? In the sense what? In the sense of what, Evan? But I talked about. I did hear the last. I'm also by an airport, a local airport, small airplane airport. So when planes sometimes take off, they will fuck with this. So I'm sorry. What was that question? The joys are so Monster Mike, the fisherman guy, the short black guy. Me. It's weird. He's shorter than me, and I've never met that many black people who are actually shorter than me. I had a friend once that, about my height, he was about the shortest black guy I met. I hear the comedian Cat Williams is actually really short. I think he's like 5'4" or 5'5" or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But no. Uh, I actually used to watch a lot of his videos. Some of them get a little too ridiculous for me, like with the whole. What was the one they were doing, like the sewer fishing and all that? You know, it kind of gets a little bit, just a little bit repetitive sometimes. Like the intro music is also nice. Maybe changing the graphics a little bit more. But this guy's got a cool channel. But he's also in Florida though. Florida, and the whole United States. Florida has the most wide variety of fish. I think both freshwater and saltwater, if I'm correct. So, yeah, he has. As far as fishing channels go, the ones that I'm liking so far, I like 760 Bass Fishing. I like his channel. Thresher, I can't remember his name right now. Thresher something. The guy who fishes shark, or he fishes off the jetties. He's does pretty good videos too. Hey, how's it going, Pokatizzy? Okay, sorry, Evan. I kind of ignored you for a second there. Let's see. And yes, I can hear you, dude. Honestly, I don't have any reason to be nice to the guy at this point. I've already looked into you, and it's legit. You straight up look like a scammer. Your supposed artificial AI is actually nothing more than an Alexa clone. There's people in British blog forums who are claiming that they wrote the Yo Mama code sequence or whatever the fuck. I am not a computer fucking scientist or anything like that. And it's just been modified. So what I do know is, here's the thing, if he wants me to rescind back on it, I've never had a problem saying that if I'm wrong about something, to admit it. And I would have no problem to admitting that I'm wrong if he does two things. If he is a non-profit like he claims to be, then he has to have what's called an EIN number. An EIN number is a number both businesses and non-profits have to have in order to do their taxes. Because non-profits, like he even mentioned himself in the video that he deleted, have to be, really careful with that. All right. Second, the whole Kickstarter thing and the whole Robots Without Borders thing. Dude, you can say whatever you want, that your family helped you in this, that, but it clearly looks like a scam. And you can't tell me that to no common human being that would not look kind of shady. Especially what you're trying to do right now, when someone who's an established, veteran resident, or established resident of the place, of the bigger community overall out there, has already. All right, I'm gonna walk a little bit. Start buffering there a bit. Maybe if I move this way a little. I'm not trying to hit too far by the sun. Like, this is the park. Again, airport. Here in airport. Alright. Buffering or anything like that. Now, also another thing of him, Scott, look off. Hey, Scott. Finch. Hey, Carlos Z. Carlos Z, you might know what dog park I'm at. Yes, I have a pup. Mocha! Come here! Come here! Say hi, puppies. Say hi. She's like, I don't care. She's like, you called me over here for this? I'm insulted. So yeah, that's Mocha Dog back there. Are you gonna poop? Are you about to poop? Nah, she's just taking a piss. Okay. So yeah, no. I mean, there's nothing I really want to fucking talk to that guy about. I don't like him. I straight up don't like him. He's obviously proven that he's a fucking terrible person. I don't like dealing with terrible people. I don't want to be around fucking terrible people. If terrible people come to me, I get terrible with them. Okay? Especially after they've tried to fucking threaten my life. Which is still, again, cowardly and funny of you to threaten my life and threaten me after you asked me to leave. Again. Also, why am I going to give a forum to somebody now that practically spat in my face when I did give him the opportunity to give him a forum? If you guys remember, if you guys were on that stream, he came onto the chat, did he not? I know a couple of you were there when Lewis came onto the chat. When Lewis came onto my chat. Now, did I kick him out? No, I never kicked him. Why? Why? It's just, it doesn't really make any sense for me to do it. First off, it's complicated to do on the phone. Second, there's no fucking need to. There's no real need for me to fucking do so. And he doesn't have to offer me the same courtesy. But at the same time, you know, I gave him a chance to. He brushed it off, and then when I went on his channel for him to just shove me off, no, I don't need to give this fucker an open forum, or to have a forum with him, you know, with him anymore. He's already proven his character. His unhinged, bombastic nature at the library proved his character. Okay? No. He's a piece of shit to me. So, and either way, he was stupid enough to make that threat, which, hey, I've already filed a report. I've already done what I have to do. So, when I go back down there, if he tries anything stupid, I can respond in kind. So, and as far as that goes, with me and Lewis, I'm going to leave it at that. So, and then, sorry if I missed anybody. No, open forum. Yes, he did. No, open forum. Wonder if Skynet got this much slack. Probably not, because the machines would start killing you if they gave them that much slack. I'm surprised Tommy hasn't been back on. Honestly, the best thing, guys, that Tommy can do right now is just chill for a bit. Also, guys, I want to remind you of something. If you guys haven't seen Tommy's channel recently, go back to the last video. Before Lewis made his video, Tommy admitted he did wrong. By the way, guys, I spoke with Tommy today. You know, he understands. And just like I made it clear to him, you know, because he has already admitted to doing wrong, and he has claimed that he will do right, and that he will make it right when he gets back. He has put himself, basically, it's a stupid fucking phrase, but the court of public opinion, which we are all members of at this point, because these people have chosen to make this a public thing, you know, a public matter by being on YouTube, you know. So, for those of you who, if you tell me anymore, that's up to you, man, or woman, or whatever. No one can tell you to do otherwise. For those of you, though, who know, supporting Tommy and everything, I'm gonna say thank you. By the way, I don't excuse what Tommy did, but at the same time, I'm not gonna condemn the dude, especially when on his own will to say, I'll try to make this right. What can I do to make this right? Okay? Here's the thing. Someone who intended to do you harm doesn't do that. Let's think in Tommy's position right now, guys. I know he has his personal drama, but he's far away from there. If he really did these people that much harm, he could have just said nothing about it, shut his channel off, and just disappeared. Did the same thing Adobe did. But did he do that? No, he didn't do it. So I frankly don't understand how a lot of people just completely flipped the 180 on Tommy. Other than I do know that some of the trolls have work, have something to do with it as well, But I am noticing now that people are starting to open their eyes. They're starting to look into themselves for Lewis. And here's the thing, you guys can look it up. Cause already showed you guys. If you guys haven't checked out Cause's other channel, Eco Village Outlaws, do so. Check out his latest video there. Now, on Cause's video, he is on the IRS's website. Now, there is another website you can use to verify that is also a government website. The New York State Attorney General's website handles all non-profits and charities listed in New York City or in all the state of New York. Robots Without Borders is not listed. Arana Interactive is not listed. Okay, do it for yourselves. I could show you guys, but yes, Cause was lividly pissed. I have to be honest, I was surprised at how pissed Cause was. It's but at the the research that I've done, Cause has been out there for a long time. If you look at other videos, if you search on Slap City, especially the ones where they start having these meetings, you can see signs of everything. So I can think that Cause is a trustworthy person at this point as far as his work goes. And I'll tell you, I was skeptical of Cause too. I was. When I started looking into Slab City, I first found Mike, the Goonies channel. Then I found Tommy's channel. Then I found Cause's Zane's channel. Then I found when I started watching the Goonies channel, I left a comment on Eco Village Outlaws on Cause's other channel, where he made that one video of Zane locking the fridge and everything. And I'll be honest, I didn't say nice shit. I called him a narcissist and I called him an all that. And you know what? I'll say it right now. I rescind and take that back. And I apologize for that statement. I'm not afraid to apologize when I'm wrong. During that time, I was watching more and more in Cause's videos, and I started learning a little bit more and more. And over the last 2 months, I realized Cause is the real deal. I trust Cause 100%. And again, there was a point where I didn't trust Cause. There was a point where I was heavily skeptical of Cause, especially when he would make fun of Mike. This is before the incident with. This is before Mike's arrest. And again, I said things that I didn't understand, and again, I publicly apologize for that. I'm not ashamed for that. So, and again, Cause, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, Cause is the only person at this point right now from the people who do any filming in the slabs or whatnot that I trust. And it's not that there's not any other people like Cornelius or they're not part of this drama as far as I know. They're not part of this whole ordeal. So and I haven't met them, so I don't know their characters. Zayn, I don't know how I feel about Zayn. I'm kind of half and half. Seems like a great guy. Sometimes I think he might be way over his head on what the fuck he's trying to do. I do understand the whole leaving a legacy and all that. Intellectual flatulence or intelligent flatulence. Same Joyce. Intelligent flatulence. Nah, that might be doesn't I mean, if you like it, more power to you. If you're looking for a name that's kind of marketable, it has a problem rolling off the tongue. You want something that's a little, easy to say. Again, my name was never intended to really be an everlasting thing, a brand. But I've kept this screen name had the screen name for half of my life now. If you actually look up my YouTube I've been on YouTube since almost a decade. I used to make content on other people's channels. I used to make content for Airsoft Team, and I used to make used to film stuff sometimes for this hobby shop that I worked at that I talked to you guys about. But most of the content that I had out there was Airsoft before I started doing stuff about a year ago. And a lot of stuff that I do is usually like political opinion or stuff like that, which I do want to get a little back to that. Airsoft is cool and all. Unfortunately, though, it's lost a lot of its popularity. Like I said, I used to work at a hobby shop, and we sold the guns, and yeah, I still have a couple in my house, and they are a great thing. Airsoft is great, at least right now, in the sense of if you want to learn how to use a gun, but you don't want to hurt yourself. Or if your kid is asking you for a BB gun, but you don't want him to almost kill somebody with it. Because no matter what anybody tells you, a BB gun in a once-in-a-million situation can probably kill you. It's like a one-in-a-million type situation, but it can. I don't disagree with how he does about things, but I agree with his right to his stream. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I just think though. Here's the thing. My thing is. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Zayn Green for just a minute. If he is really serious about taking this trip from Mexico down to South America, I would just be honest, as someone who has family out there, especially going down to southern Mexico, I would honestly talk him out of it. Unfortunately, the political situation out there is kind of caused a little destabilization in the certain, underground kind of criminal elements. And the problem is with Zayn, with the audience that he has or anything, I would personally be worried if someone tried to kidnap him and literally hold him for ransom. That is not as uncommon as you guys would believe out there in Mexico. Kidnapping and ransoming people has been an issue in Mexico for the last 30, 40 years. It got to the point where in the late 2000s, people started having enough. If you guys look on YouTube at Mexican militias, a lot of these, sometime in between 2000, between 2008 and 2015, a lot of these little towns in southern and central Mexico started forming their own self-defense forces, I guess is the best word for it. And they would arm themselves with what they could, because what would happen is people were getting kidnapped in their towns and literally being held for ransom, or people being killed. They were taking women to be raped outside of town. So the people were just having enough, and the people themselves would set up barricades. They'd use those really old primitive radios that they'd either confiscate from the police themselves. Some towns even got rid of their police because they found out that their own police were corrupt. So they just decided to get rid of them altogether, and a town militia became the police. And I'm telling you guys, you can look all this stuff up. Even Vice has reported a couple on it. There are some. There are some channels that will do dubbing, because a lot of it will be in Spanish. And yeah, it's very territorial. It's very serious. No, I'm the fattest dog at the park. Get that right. Yes, Mary, I do believe that way is dangerous. And for those of you who are Zane Green fans, and that would be my only big concern to worry about, as top concern, because he does have a fan base. While I will admit, in the last decade, there has been this shift where there has been kind of a golden rule that was passed down by who knows who. But the whole thing was, you don't fuck with the tourists. You don't fuck with the tourism in Mexico, because the tourists bring money. If you not only hurt, it's a situation where they're not only hurting the government. When they hurt tourists, they're hurting local economies, they're hurting the local people. And in a lot of places, they wouldn't stand for that shit. So there are things like where, yes, Zane could be perfectly fine. However, that's if Zane was a tourist. Who knows if, now. Hey, Nitz, how's it going? Hey, thanks for watching my stream. So Zane don't look like no tourist, all right? Zane doesn't look like he's out there to spend money, and again, that would be my only concern. Now, I haven't personally been out there in over a decade. Everything that I hear is through ear, and I'll tell you this: in the Latino community, that is kind of the way you will hear what's really going on down there. It's what family members from out there call up here, call us over here to tell us about. There's a lot of censorship with the Mexican government out there. It doesn't look well that they haven't been dealing with their own corruption issues, both within their police and military, over the last 20 years. So, and actually, if you guys look, funny enough, if you actually guys look at Mexican law, there is actually no real guarantee of freedom of speech in Mexico. So, yeah, again, the possibility of Zane getting kidnapped is quite possible, and the only thing that I can see that would attract them to that would be, his audience count, thinking that maybe somebody from his audience will, pay it for his freedom. The second thing, robbed, but then again, you can get robbed here, so I'm pretty sure Zane can take care of himself at that point with that. Third, I hope his Spanish is good enough. I hope his Spanish is good enough. Or not, that he brushes it. Now, I know, is he going to Central America or is he going to South America? Does anybody know? I'm starting to catch the sun here. Let me shift a bit. Oh, no one's saying nothing. Did my chat die or something? Y'all dead? Hey, does anybody know if Central? Okay. All right. So, anybody know where exactly in Central America? Because another place that will not be good for him to go right now, El Salvador. Yeah, El Salvador would not be good for him right now, especially after all the deportation of the MS-13 people out there. What's going on is the people of El Salvador have had enough with MS-13. It's gotten to the point now where even the local police in many places out there just are basically forming death squads, rounding these guys up and killing them in mass, like in the middle of nowhere. I can't say that I disagree with that method, especially if you do your research on these people and realize how fucked up and criminal organization. But if, you know, I could see someone like, well, see, that's the thing, Pocatity, as long as there's a video out there with that MAGA, that would be enough for somebody to just, fuck that guy, and try to make an example out of him. And again, one or two things can happen. Either one of them will catch him, and again, the whole holding him hostage, or for ransom, or might make him work for him, or the police out there could catch Zane thinking that he works for them, thinking that Zane's a drug mule for MS-13 or for for an 18th Street gang, which they are out there. So yeah, there was a risk of that out in Central America, specifically El Salvador. So, yeah, that would be it. Best of luck to him, is what I can say. I would like if he answered my damn question, if he got himself a proper machete out there, because I will say this: gun, no. No, Zane, do not carry a gun out there nor in Central America. That will be the fastest way you will land yourself in jail. A machete is a different story. A machete in most Central in Mexico, it is a law, but in most Central and Latin American countries, machete is not seen as a weapon. It is a tool. It is a farm tool. So you can, in most places, walk around with a machete in Mexico, as long as it's sheathed. Length limits, I'm not 100% sure, because I've been to Michoacan, I've been to Jalisco, I've been to another state, but only driving by, and I've seen people carry different sizes. But again, a machete in Mexico and in many Latin American countries is a tool, not a weapon, which in the right hands can be a good weapon. So yeah, that would be my only one suggestion to Zane, is have a good machete. A good knife won't hurt either. Nothing too military-ish looking though. Military-ish looking knives, military-ish looking equipment will set off red flags with not the state, sometimes the state police, not the federal police of Mexico. So yeah, you might want to watch out for, if you're gonna get those pants with with a rip stop, usually what the camo pants are made out of. Make sure they're like a solid color, not a camo. That could be taken the wrong way. Not OD green either. OD green is their old colors, and they're passed down to sometimes state police. He doesn't want to try. Well, be hard for a white guy, especially like Zane, to try to impersonate an officer out there. No, I wouldn't mind at all. Tommy, here's the thing. I'm on my phone. I don't know if I can, Make you a mod from here. Hold on. Let's see. No, I don't know what that is. I mean, Tommy, you're welcome to post the link as best as you can. So go for it, man. So yeah, so again, yeah, that's about all I could really say for Dane Green as far as advice. Almost losing my voice here. All right, guys. Well, Doggo's been here for about 45 minutes. I'm actually concerned she can dump yet. Actually, this, if I remember, if I think about it right, I think this dog hasn't taken a shit almost 2/3 of the day. Should I be worried? It is okay. Try posting, just post it, but erase the dots and just space it out, and I guess everybody can just understand it from there. And if anybody wants to see it, they could just add the dots. Tommy, you know what you could do as well? You could send me the link, and I'll post it on the. Just let me know what it is, and I can post it on the description box for this stream. For when I end it, I'm gonna. Yeah, you have to be a mod to post a link. So, and I actually haven't even. So, yeah. You just send me that link if you want. If you want, just let me know what it is. Text it to me. I'll post it in the description box once it lets me. I have YouTube Studio on my phone, so. And I'm gonna get going, guys. As far as streaming this weekend, I might just chill for the weekend. Kind of wanna give some time to my kid and everything. So we should be able to get it after it is up. Actually, yeah, Tommy. You know what? Once this video is up, who said that? I'm sorry, Bill Cook. Bill, you have a point. Tommy, once this video is up and the comment section goes up, you can post a link right there. Just put it on a comment. And then again, if you want, I can copy paste it onto the description box as well for you, man. Just let me know. All right. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and take off. Thank you guys for wanting to subscribe, and y'all have a good day. Okay.